Hi guys. Let me turn this down a little. Hello. Happy Monday. Hello. 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 Okay. Happy Monday. How you been? Fine. I'm just tired, dude. I didn't know that daylight savings was gonna happen, so I'm just like, I know we gained an hour, but I'm just like tired earlier now. I don't know. Today has been very lethargic today. This one might be a little short because I feel like I have no energy, even though I haven't really done much. Monday was hot, but I did it. I survived. Good job. Happy Monday. Is it daylight savings again? Yeah, I mean, I prefer this one over the other one because the other one you lose an hour, but at least this one we gained one. But that also just means I'm tired earlier until I adjust. So I'm just kind of tired. I should have done an earlier stream. I don't know why I didn't. But I had things I had to do, so I didn't do an earlier stream. But oh yeah, it's just I have no energy today and I'm tired. But I didn't want to cancel because you only have 2 streams with me this week because I have to go on my little trip. So this one just might be a shorter one. And then tomorrow playing Haunted Paws with Mako. And then I will be gone. This one where you were watching the clock almost at 2 a.m. and then go back to 1 a.m. Oh, you had to work an extra hour, huh? Have a fun trip? You have fun on your trip? I doubt it. I don't think I'm gonna have fun, guys. It's not a trip I'm doing for pleasure. It's a trip I'm doing for familial reasons. And like it's like across the country, and so the flight there is gonna like take up a whole day. Like the reason I'm gone for so long is because the flight there takes a day, that I'm spending like 2/3 days, and then the whole flight takes another day back. And like I don't like traveling straight up, and I think having hot take, guys, hot take. I think having destination weddings is selfish. And I think if you have a destination wedding, you should just have it yourself. Like, don't expect people to come. I don't know. I think they're selfish, and just fucking don't expect people to come, bro. Merry Christmas. I was scheduled to work out overnight, but I left at midnight. So I'm at 6 p.m. now. DST isn't a thing where I am, and it confuses me. Yeah, it's 6 p.m. It's 6 p.m. right now for PST. Special place in hell for people who do have destination weddings. Yeah. Special place in hell for my sister. I'm kidding. It is selfish and you should expect no one to attend. 100% agree. Where's she having the... I can't tell you that. If you want someone to attend, you should pay them. Well, to be fair, my sister paid for my plane ticket, and then my mom's paying for the hotel for me. So I'm not paying. It just reminded me about how much I hate destination weddings, because my cousin got married like 2 years ago in Hawaii. And I was like, no, I'm not going. Are you joking? 1, don't have time. 2, not using that money. 3, I hate the beach and I hate the heat. And then my whole family got mad at me for not going, and I was like, are you gonna pay for it? But then my mom was like, I'll pay for it. I'm like, no, I simply don't want to. Okay, I don't want to torture myself wasting your money to go somewhere I don't want to be actively. At least my sister is like, it's not going to be on a beach, because I fucking hate the heat and I fucking hate the beach. Yeah. If you want someone to attend, you should pay for them. I agree. You gotta give people at least a year advance notice. But yeah, I'm marrying in New Zealand. I'm inviting you. I'm not gonna go. I wouldn't go. Shout out to Wedding Crush. Everyone agrees it sucks when it's someone important, you gotta go. It's literally only because it's my sister. If it was someone else, I wouldn't go. And she's paying. And yeah. And then my mom and my dad were like, I can't believe you're not like giving her money as a gift. And I'm like, they were like, you gotta have your sister buy your ticket and stuff for you. I'm like, yeah, because she knows I'm poor. I know you guys live in your affluent world life, but I simply don't have money. like, in what world am I giving her money for her wedding? She has more than enough. I made her something and I'm like, I actually think mine's more important because it's something she wants and needs because she asked me to make it. And or she asked, it was basically, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but she wanted this thing. It's like Korean thing, but she couldn't find it in the US or to like the style that she wanted it to be. So I was like, oh, I can just make that like custom. And then she was like, oh my God, really? I'm looking everywhere for this. I'm like, yeah, I've got, leave it to me. So yeah, I'm better than money. I'm Beni Doki. Hello, welcome in. Yeah, because I would know exactly where if she said it was, hey, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's not a big place. I don't know. Oh God, destination on the beach. All the cliches. Yeah. What money? Yeah. That's just lame Christmas gift. Like, when you buy anything, give parents are like, here's money or clothing. I mean, from my family, I much prefer to get money because they're rich and because they have shit taste. So, oh my God, Korean audio? What? Huh? Korean audio? What are you talking about? Fair enough. Yeah, I don't really care about getting gifts on Christmas because I learned from a very young age not to expect anything. I know the kids get really excited about like getting presents and stuff from their families on Christmas, but from a very young age, I learned that anything I actually wanted would not be gotten for me. And so I much prefer money and gift cards. My family, my extended family and my direct family would always get me clothes I would never wear, things I would never play with, things I didn't want. And I'd just be like, okay. Like, not in a spoiled kind of way, but in the like, we're trying to change. Cause like, you guys know, I've always been a tomboy. I've always liked Pokemon and like Dragon Ball Z and not things, you know, cause my family's very gendered. Korean culture is very gendered. So because I was the way I was, my parents and my uncles and my aunts always got me like dresses and shirts and stuff I would never wear, like makeup and like girls, quote unquote, girl stuff I would never use, in an attempt to change who I was. And so I just kind of like gave up on them and I didn't really care about presents. I like getting presents for my friends though. I like to buy things for them just because for me, it's like, oh, I'm a good gift giver because growing up, people in my life sucked at giving gifts. So I'm going to be a good gift giver to show them up. So, yeah. I've learned to accept money and gift cards because for some reason my family thinks I'm hard to shop for. Yeah. And I'm so easy to shop for if you fucking know me. I have so many things that I'm into that if you got me something that I like, get me something with the Grinch on it, get me something with Garfield on it, get me something with Kermit on it, get me something for my cats, get me, like there's so many fandoms and shit that I'm into, but like they just don't care because they want me to be a certain way. So not to get so deep into family trauma, man. Holidays are fun. Or, you know, they basically buy it in front of you and say Santa will bring it to you next day as if they didn't buy it right in front of you. But when she was a child, thanks, that's worthless. Basically, like even like, and then my parents would get really, I would get upset because like when I was in like high school age, my parents would get my sister like really expensive jewelry or like a really expensive purse. And then I'd be like, hey, can I get like a Game Boy? And they'd be like, no, that's bad for your eyes. And they're like, oh, that's so expensive. It's just a game. And I'm like, you literally just got my sister like a couple $100 necklace. And I'm asking for a Game Boy. But because it's not something that they deem respectable, it's like, you know, yeah. Game Boy Color. Well, I asked them for like a 3DS, I think, not a Game Boy. But yeah, that's why I started working from high school, like at a very young age, because I decided to just buy everything for myself. I told you guys, right? The last time my dad came over, he straight up didn't remember that I had worked all throughout high school at a part-time job. He's like, what do you mean? You never worked in high school. I'm like, I started working the moment I got to high school so I could make my own spending money. I bought my own art tablet. I bought my own PlayStation. I bought my own Game Boy 3DS. I bought like it all for myself. You guys did nothing because you wouldn't get it for me. Last time I took my cousin's, I just realized, oh wait, Cloak doesn't like pink stuff. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, still surprised the Grinch is still a big thing. Grinch will always be a thing. It's great for capitalism. Ironically, even though the message is anti-capitalist. And I'm part of the problem. I'm sorry. Game Boy Color was bad for your eyes? My mom is an optometrist, and she would tell me that video games are bad for my eyes, but then I grew up and I learned that it's not so much that they're bad for your eyes, it's the act of squinting that's bad for your eyes because you're stressing out your eyeballs. So just don't squint. Say my family did that with my sister. A necklace is bad for your neck. What? Not if it's like a fucking Tiffany's necklace. Setting 200 in shiny metal sounds like a waste. I mean, to be fair, my sister liked it, but like it just wasn't something I would ever wear or want. But art tablet is girly in the sexist eyes. No, they didn't like the arts because my sister already did art, so I wasn't allowed to do art because they're like, oh, your sister is gonna be an artist, so you have to be like a computer engineer or a doctor. Like, oh, she's gonna be poor, so you have to make money. Well, look at us now. Mom and dad, guess who's the poor one now? And guess who's the rich one now? Guess who does arts now? Guess who does arts as a living now and lives paycheck to paycheck? And guess who has a 6-figure salary? I bought a PS2 with my first tax return. Dang, you must be old. That's all you know. That's so stupid. I feel for you. It's okay. That's a lot of stuff that I like got over as a child. I have zero expectations of my family. And I sorted that out with therapy because therapy is good for you and great. Susan, I thought my family had problems. Yeah, I don't like my family. And I'm very like nonchalant and chill about it. It doesn't really affect me. It just annoys me if anything. Now Benny's a starting firefighter. Yeah, it's so funny because like my sister was always doing art and stuff like that, and I was always into like the internet and computers, so my parents really thought I'd be like a computer engineer or something. But then I went to college for English. I think my sister got a degree in like psych and fine arts, which in and of themselves, like all useless degrees, I would think. My English degree is useless. Hello, come in. But she ended up getting a really high paying job and she has a 6-figure salary, so. And her fiance makes even more money than her, so they're just a well-off couple. And me, I live paycheck to paycheck, so my sister doesn't expect money from me ever. But that's why when she asks me to do something, I do it, because the trade-off is that she pays for everything, and if I have to do the other labor work, then I will do it. My parents always thought I'd be some genius programmer, ended up as a janitor, so joke's on them. I mean, janitors are necessary. I would say janitors are more necessary than programmers, in my opinion. Way more necessary. Yeah. I don't got money. That's okay. I have happiness. Maybe. I feel like I'm more lived in my life. Like, I truly believe that I am a better person because I've learned things through stuff that I wouldn't have experienced if I had stayed on the path that my family had put me on. You know, because I left home as soon as I could, essentially, and became friends with people outside of my fucking ethnicity, lived in areas outside of my freaking ethnicity, outside of my, family's like price range, essentially. And I think I'm a more well-rounded person for it. Most tech jobs are falling out of favor anyways. Yeah. As a programmer, I agree janitors are far more important than programmers. It's true. And then people always shit on things that are so essential. Like, what do you want to be, a plumber? Oh, what are you trying to be? Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, those jobs are all really necessary. Like, are you gonna do it? I mean, it's so disrespectful, man. Like, why are you shitting on people that are doing essential work? Like, if I don't have a plumber, I'm fucked. If I don't have a programmer, I'm fine. Right? Like, I don't know. I don't really understand stuff like that. Those jobs are necessary. We can't all sit in offices and do stuff. Yeah. Plumbers get paid way more than people think, and I think as it should be. People who do jobs like that should be paid more. I agree. We need them. We definitely need them. They're way more necessary. In my humble onion. But honestly, my dad is cool for being a jack of trades. I wish I could be a jack of trades. I feel like one of the like really attractive things in someone, welcome in. Well, that's a very delayed alert. I like if I meet someone and they like, I think it's so attractive if you know how to like fix everything. Like you're a handyman. Ugh. My aunt, her third husband, yeah, she's on her third husband, for legit reasons. Like her first husband sucked, her second one was abusive, and third one perfect. Her third husband is like perfect. He's like such a handyman. They're like, oh, like I want to replace this door, it's kind of rickety. He's like, I can do that. Comes over the weekend, replaces the door. I'm like, oh my goodness. And like things like that, like we'll fix anything. It's like, oh, like my car is having this issue, blah blah. He's like, oh, I know how to fix that. Comes over, does that. And I'm like, oh, I need someone like this. That is so attractive. Like a handyman. I don't like, cause I don't do that shit. Like I don't know how to fix my car. I don't know how to do things in my home. Like if you can just fix things in the home, if you can like make furniture, put up something and make it so that it's straight on the wall, you know, with like the levelers, and or like nail things into the wall because I'm too afraid to. Fake is tomboy. That has nothing to do with being a tomboy, okay? Tomboy is a way of life. The first rounds of divorce are happening to the people I went to high school with. As it is. It do be like that. And you will learn. And maybe you can find someone again. Man, they're already going through their first divorce and I haven't even ever found one boyfriend. Sometimes when you need a level, a stud finder, and a hammer easy. If the YouTube tutorial doesn't have my answer, then someone's getting paid. Bro, in my last apartment, I tried to put up these cat shelves. And I was like, I did this thing to like make sure, you know, there's that thing that you put on the wall to make sure there's no like, there's like a beam or something behind it. And I thought I did that and I measured it and then I put in the nails and it was like the tiniest bit too wide that I couldn't put the shelf on, and I already made the hole. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna kill myself. But I thought tomboys were all handyman. No, you're thinking of butch lesbians. As someone part of the queer community, it's not the same. That's not the same. I know people who got married right out of high school and are now struggling with being single parents. Yeah, I think some of the people that I knew back then also are parents, are single parents now. She even say okie dokie. Oh, wrong one. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, but that's why I don't do that stuff. Yeah, I gave up. And so there were just holes in my wall. Tomboys are cool. I agree. I think so too. Just wait. One day I'll chop off all my hair. Yeah, I think being a handyman is very good. And my nose is very stuffy. I feel like I'm getting sick and I'm like, I need to go on a trip. Please don't do that. I have to go on one trip. Well, I have to go on several, but I would prefer to be sick. Because then I'm going on this trip and then we get through the end of November and then my sister is coming over like the first weekend of December, and then a couple weeks after that for Christmas I have to go see my family again, which makes me want to die. Oh. I guess I should learn how to fix things. I think fixing things is a good skill to have in general. Why are so many Oshis I got getting sick? Why the flu got I hate so much? I got a flu shot and the flu shot itself made me a little sick, so I really shouldn't be getting sick. I think I'm just really tired. I think I've just been running. I've been trying to prevent myself from having burnout, but I don't have burnout. I think I'm just tired. Like, cause I feel like burnout equals you are tired of making the content and you're running out of like fuel for that content. But for me, it's like I simply don't have the energy. It's not that I'm not having like the passion for the content. It's just like I don't have energy and I don't have time. And then I wanted to take it easier after October, but because I'm going on so many goddamn trips and I'm going to be absent, it's like I simply don't have time to really slow down. And PROMISU month is this month, and there's just like events and shit happening in December. January, it should calm down in January. It should calm down in January, guys. Allegra and stuff not working. Allegra's not really working out. I think I'm gonna try to do the I feel like the nasal sprays were working the first time I tried, so I'm gonna go back to try to do that regularly, and hopefully that'll be good again. And I just like my body's not feeling it, man. Fatigue, yeah, that could be the word. Just outsource the streaming. What does that mean? Yeah, yes, the infamous January month. January, god damn. Yeah, guys, things should slow down in January, and then I'll take a rest and never wake up. I think things will slow down in January. Yeah. Not slow down, but like I will do less. Like because for me, I had to make the conscious decision to stop accepting event invites because I overdid myself for November and October. But then December, there are just like mandatory events that I probably have to do or that I want to do because I like Christmas and there's things I want to do. It'll calm down in January, I think. To be fair, burnout doesn't necessarily mean just for streaming me because of work and all the stress. Yeah, my job's not helping, my IRL job. New Year dead me. Wake up, Benny. January, as I call it, recuperation. Why is it recuperation? Isn't it more like revival? Because it's like the beginning of the year. It's the workhorse mentality people got. Yeah, I have an illness. I love to overwork myself. My thing is that I love to be so busy that I don't have time to think. It's like I'm so busy, it keeps the demons up. Cause me, I'm prone to like depression and paranoia and anxiety, but if I'm so busy, then I simply don't think about those things. But the payoff is that I'm really tired. To be fair, I don't think about that a lot as much these days because I've dealt with my issues. Because I'm recovering from having anxiety issues after Christmas and New Year's. Oh, same. Yeah. It was also like a big thing. The lion does not concern himself with its demons. It's also because I think it's not so much like the depression. It used to be the depression, anxiety and stuff, but now it's like the loneliness. But if I'm so busy, I don't think about being lonely as much. So that was another reason where I was like, oh yeah, I want to join a company and be a VTuber and be more busy. So I don't think about my crushing loneliness and being single. I will just throw myself into my work. It's fine. Famous last words. What do you mean? I'll just bury myself in work. It's fine. Who needs a relationship? When's the Hallmark Christmas movie gonna happen to me? When am I gonna go to that small town and be Miss Business and meet the guy who's Mr. Christmas and he tries to put the joy of Christmas? Well, I guess I already have the joy of Christmas, but I don't have time for relationships. I guess that doesn't really work for a Hallmark because I can't love Christmas but also be too busy for relationships because you have to be one or the other. When you go to the small town. You need to start working as a newswoman. A newswoman? What's up with Christmas decorations? What do you mean? I love Christmas decorations. Then you go to a small town to report. I feel like I live in a small town. Well, no, that's a lie. But like small towns are like kind of scary if you just go to a small town, because in the state of this country, going into a small town for me as a Asian woman might be scary. One thing for Christmas, keep her frozen. We're not defrosting her. Oh, she's defrosting. You don't have a choice in that. Checking eggnog until you pass out each night isn't really a joy of Xmas. I don't like eggnog. Ugh. Apple cider. Then you find some wealthy guy somehow. I'm down. I'm down. You go to a small town and relax, and the guy isn't in the Christmas mood, so you have to put the Christmas in him. I'll put something else in him. JK, 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 JK. After having my fair share of issues, I'm not really in any hurry for relationships. I haven't had a relationship since high school, so I'm ready. And that didn't even really count because it was high school. I was making some charity event, or is missing the spirit? Eggnog. I don't like eggnog. Ayo, what the fuck? What? Are Asians really endangered in smaller towns? I think POC in general, if you were to just go to a random small town, depending on where that small town is, it could potentially be dangerous. Like by yourself. Benny returned to her hometown after high school and finds her old high school crush working at a Christmas tree farm. Let me think. Did I have high school crushes? I did. I did have high school crushes, but I can't go back to my hometown because nobody lives there. My parents don't live there anymore. I don't have any family there. My friends, like the two that I kept up with, or the one that I kept with, moved to like Oregon. So there's no reason for me to go back to my hometown. You putting something in danger? No, high school relationships count. That shit fucks people up for life. Oh, don't I believe it. Except my high school thing that fucked up my life. He didn't go to my high school. I met him on a trip in Korea. But we were both American. But it was like a program where you send your kids to Korea, like Korean Americans. And it was an on and off thing for like 10 months after we came back from that summer, and was like the most K-drama-esque experience you could ever imagine. That was like my first kiss, the first time I ever drank, the first time I had a cigarette. I stole stuff. He was like my Hot Topic wet dream angel. And then when we came back to the States, it was like an on and off again thing for like 10 months. And then my friends finally snapped me out of it. Why was there a little disdain? No, there was no disdain. I love Oregon. I like couldn't remember if it was Oregon or Ohio. I just know it was an O state. So I was like thinking about it, but I think it was Oregon. Bro, you should make it Mana. It would be a better K-drama. So let me set the scene for you. So it was a program. I've told this story many times, but I don't think I've told it to you guys. There was a program where you send your Korean American kids to Korea, and they learn Korean there and stuff like that. And so we were sat on the plane next to each other, which it was random, right? And then so me and my little 15-year-old brain was like, oh my God, this guy's so hot. He's like a grade and a year older than me. And he looked like my Hot Topic wet dream. Like he had the piercings, he had the eyeliner, he had like the glasses, wore that like black and gray striped beanie, like skinny jeans, ripped shirts and stuff like that, jewelry, like hot as fuck, had abs. And he was an artist. And so the whole trip there, because that was the first longest plane ride I'd ever been on, because it was like 12 hours or something. It was really long. But he wasn't cool bro. Back then I wasn't attracted to the cool bro type. Back then I'm attracted to goth boy. Sounds like a thirst trap nowadays. Probably still, because that was, my Hot Topic goth phase, and he was the wet dream. And we were sat next to each other on the plane, and we were just talking, and he was like an artist, and he was like doing some sort of like graffiti type thing in his sketchbook. And he was like, oh, like, tell me your name, like I'll draw it in my sketchbook. I was like, oh, you should spell it, because I have a name that's not typically easy to spell. There are many ways to spell it, and it's not very common. And he was like, and I was like, oh, guess how it's spelled. No one ever spells it right. And then guess what? He spelled it right. And so he like wrote my name in his sketchbook in like the graffiti style, and I kept it. And then so the program was for a whole month, and so obviously there's like girls dorms and boys dorms, and we take like, because it's at a college campus, and we take like lessons there, and then after the lessons we can go off into the rest of the city and do whatever we want. And so like it was kind of like an on again, off again summer fling, where like I don't think I really understood the fact that he was doing this with multiple girls in the program. But like, yeah, so there was like during the phase where like we're really getting into each other, one time we were hanging out, and because we would just like run around the empty university, because you know the rest of the like the Korean students were not there because it was summer. There was one time where like we were wandering inside like this ballroom or something, and you know all lights are off because it's not being used, and there was like a piano there because he knows how to play piano. And I remember I was just like sitting there with him and he was playing the piano, and after he played a song, he was like close your eyes, and I was like okay, and then he gives me a kiss, and I was like that's it. And that was my first kiss, and then we made out. And I think it was really bad. Like I think I made out really bad because I didn't know how to make out. So that was my first kiss, and then things ensued where like we would go on our little trips with the program, and then I would like find out that he's like kind of seeing other girls too. And then like there was one time where I went up to his dorm to get him for something, and he kept trying to like being like, oh, you wanna, he was like lying in his bed, and he was like, oh, like let's just sleep, let's just nap. And I was like, oh, that potentially he was trying to sleep with me maybe. And I was like 15. And I was like, huh, looking back on it, I think maybe he was trying to sleep with me. I think he was like 17 and I was 15. I'm like, but there was that. And then I found out that he was kind of like seeing this other girl. So I was like really like sad and depressed for a moment. And my one bestie that like my trip bestie, my summer bestie, she was like, this is so stupid. You have to like not let this boy control your trip here, because we only have a month here and we should be having fun and blah, 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 blah. And then I remember we went to like a bar, and we're only 15, but in Korea, they didn't really care to check our IDs. So like we'd always go and like to the bars and like try alcohol. And so that night when I was really crashing out, I got drunk for the first time. It was like the first time I was drinking, and then I got really drunk at the bar. And then all the kids in the program in the bar, I'm sorry, no, this is funny now. You don't have to be sorry. I think it's very funny. And then some of the kids started like running. They're like, oh my God, the teachers are coming. The teachers coming. They know we're here. And so like, I was like so fucking drunk, but my bestie was like, she was fine. So she like, we got out in time before the teachers got there. The next day, like so many kids got in trouble, but we got out in time. But like my ass was so drunk, she had to like drag me, because our dorms were at the top of this really steep hill. So she had to drag my ass up. Like I was awake going up the entire hill, but apparently right when we got to our room, I threw up and then passed out. And that was the one and only time I ever got that drunk. Like I don't get drunk because I had my first experience drinking and being drunk, and I was like, oh, I simply don't want to be drunk ever again. So I've never gotten drunk after that. But yeah, like I managed to get home, and then she was just like, this is so stupid, like he's not worth your time, he's clearly doing this with other girls, why can't you see? And I'm like, oh, because he was just so hot. Shout out to the summer bestie. Yeah, we're still friends to this day. Yeah, she's awesome. And then I like found out through the grapevine. I don't know how true all this information is, but what I was told, they're like, you know, my wet dream Angel, let's just call him Angel. Like Angel, like, dude, he has a fiance back home. Dude, he has a girlfriend back home and she's pregnant. Dude, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, huh? They're like, oh, does Benny know? Like, what the hell? Like, does Benny know? And so like, I like asked him, I'm like, how much of this is true? And he's like, I do have an ex-girlfriend back home, but we're not together. And she's was she pregnant? I don't remember. It was too long ago. I'm not drinking exactly because I don't want to put myself through that. Yeah, drink lightly. Do not drink enough to get drunk. It's not worth it. He has a what, bruh? Hi, buddy. I don't really understand English, but I came to your stream during my work lunch break. You have such a mature and lovely voice. Have fun. Ah, Shino senpai, thank you. Welcome in. I hope you have a oishi lunch. Oishi lunch, and enjoy your break. Thank you for visiting my stream. I hope I can talk to you and other senpai more. I have not talked to you or other senpai because I am afraid and shy because I do not speak Japanese. Ah! But you're very cute too. Hello, thank you for coming. Thank you. Oh, okay, there we go. Hi. He's very shy, please understand. Talk to your senpai. I'm afraid. I don't know a lick of Japanese. Not at all. Japanese is very hard. Thanks for taking the time to talk with me. I'm going to enjoy a delicious lunch in my break. Yay! I hope we can talk more later. I would love to talk with you more. Ego ga wakarimasen. No, wait. Nihongo. No, not ego. Ego is English. Oh, fuck. Nihongo ga wakarimasu. Wakarimasen. Oh, I don't know Japanese. The only Japanese phrase I learned when I went to Japan, like many years ago, all I learned was "Toire wa doko desu ka?" That's the only phrase I learned. Oh, that's the only phrase I learned. Oh, but do you know that when I went to Jumpland, right? Which is like the Shonen Jump. Did you see Jack? Okay, I can sing in Japanese. Doesn't know what I know. I don't know what I'm saying, brother. So like when I went to Japan, I went to Jump World and I lost my bag. Which was crucial because I had my passport and everything in it. Even for Japanese people, Japanese is difficult. Oh, true. I understand. I think Japanese is quite hard because there's like the different alphabets and the pronunciation is different depending on how the letters are put together. But yeah, I went to Jump World and I lost my bag and it had my wallet and my passport and everything. So I went back to the desk and I asked them for my bag. And obviously like the culture is very safe. So they had my bag, but I had to prove that it was my bag by telling them like what was in my bag. And so I was like, cause I couldn't speak anything and I wasn't with my friends that spoke anything. But then Kamen Rider saved my life. I said, kabang. And I knew the word for bag because it's the same in Korean. So I was like, kabang, Kamen Rider figure. I just said Kamen Rider O's figure. And they look at my bag and there's a Kamen Rider O's figure and I was like, yay! That's me, that's my bag. And so I got my bag back. Yay! Saved my life. So yeah, I lived on Toire wa doko desu ka and figuring things out with Korean words that are the same in Japanese. And my friends. Oh, are you watching that Kamen Rider? I don't watch the Kamen Rider animes. I don't generally watch the offshoots of Kamen Rider because they're too serious and I think that's boring. I think it's amazing how fluent some foreigners are in Japanese. Yeah, I mean, anybody can learn anything as long as they put their minds to it. I'm very bad at language learning. You like I love Kamen Rider. My favorite, I watch all the Heisei Kamen Rider, my favorite. My favorite is O's, but I watched Kabuto, Deno, Kiva, O's, many, many, many. Forze, Gaim, Wizard, Drive, Xaid, Build, Ghost. Is there one in between? I think there's one in between Kiva and something. Everything from Kabuto to Build, essentially, I watched, except Decade. I don't like Decade. But yeah, everything between Kabuto and Build. But I tried to watch some of Fai's and before, but I couldn't get into it. You said a few, that's why I'm a Heisei era supremacist. So like Sentai, Kamen Rider is like advanced Sentai for slightly older children. But I'm not as into Sentai, but my favorite Sentai is Tokyuger, and that's my favorite tokusatsu ever. Gaimu was good. Yes, I like Gaimu. I like the screenwriter. Urobuchi-san? Yeah, Gaim, that one. Gaim I like. My favorite is Kaito, Kumon Kaito. Kumon Kaito daisuki. Baron. Banana janai. Baron desu. I like Baron. Yeah. And then yeah, I think it's very fun. I love Kamen Rider, but I haven't been able to watch any of the newer Kamen Rider because I don't have time. But my favorite is O's, and then W. My favorite is O's and then W. It's based off the manga with the dude who's in his 40s and wants to be a Kamen Rider, so he goes, oh yeah, I've seen that. I was thinking of watching that anime, but I don't really have time to watch anime. I don't really watch much anime anymore, but that did look interesting to me. Benny fun fact, Japanese Spider-Man and Spider Sentai. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of thinking about, I heard the Sentai series is ending next year. Apparently they're just rebranding. I can't read that. Somebody read that for me. I know that feel. Hold on. Oh, it's a shabba dabba dash. It's the jingle. It's the jingle. I don't remember how it goes. Shabba dabba da, shabba dabba da 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 da, shabba dabba dabba da. We kind of are switched. I know that feel. It's something good. Don't worry. I like all the Kamen Rider gadgets and like the merch. I love all the things you can buy. I love the belts. I have a lot. I have a lot of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai merch. I have a lot of the belts. I have a lot of the gimmicks. I have a bunch of lock seeds and icons and memories and a bunch of the other ones. I think I have the O's belt, Deno belt, Forze. No, not Forze. Wizard belt. I don't have the Gaim belt. The transformation voice is the same. Oh, I watch with subtitles. So transformation is the same. I watch subtitles. There's no voiceover. All subtitle. How about Power Rangers? I'm not a big fan of Power Rangers. When I was a kid, I liked Power Rangers, but Power Rangers is so... I'm sorry, but I don't want to be that guy, but it's so bad compared to Super Sentai. I like Super Sentai, but even then it's a little too elementary for me. But my favorite is Tokyuger. Like the only Sentai I finished is Tokyuger and Go Busters. And I really, Tokyuger is my favorite of Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. Tokyuger is my favorite series ever, even though it's a Super Sentai and I like Kamen Rider more. I love Tokyuger. And y'all might think it's for babies, but that shit has made me cry so much. I love Tokyuger so much. One, the cast is stacked with beautiful, gorgeous people. Like, everyone's so pretty in Tokyuger, and it's written by the same lady that wrote Deno, so she knows what's up. And it's just like so full of just whimsy and cuteness and heart and love it gives me hope for this world. And I think Tokachi, the blue one, is really hot. And yeah, and it has a hot robot on the train. Her name's Wagon, and you should look her up. Tokijura Wagon. She's really hot. And it's Tokijura's really good. And they have some of the best villain designs ever, and the best minions. I like Majirenja too. Green was so cool. I never seen Tokijura, so I want. Please watch Tokijura. Tokijura is so good. It has the best opening theme song. It is so good. Please watch. If you watch Tokijura, I will watch Majirenja. Tokijura is so good. I think we got one localized Kamen Rider in the US, but it was mostly Sentai, Metal Heroes, and Gridman with weird localized adaptation. So they tried to localize Kamen Rider Ryuki, and it was really bad. Yeah, Dragon. Oh, it was so bad, let me tell you. I saw it. It was so bad. Opinions on Evangelion? I like Evangelion. But the thing is, Shinji's my son. I love Shinji, and everybody hates Shinji, and I'm like, okay, would you have done better? Tell me, would you have done better? No, so shut your bitch ass up. Why are you being so mean to him? He's like 15. Like, get a life. That's my son, and I wish to protect him. I love Shinji. If you like Evangelion and you want to get into Super Sentai, you should watch Go Busters. Go Busters is like Evangelion for kids. And I don't mean that lightly. Like, it's very... I have any act to work. Have a good day! Have a good lunch. Have a good work time. And have a good day and week. Yes. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you. I will be less shy about talking to senpai. Goodbye. Shinji was extremely annoying as any fucking teenager. I don't even think he was that annoying. I just think that, like, he was under a lot of stress and pressure. I don't think he was that annoying. Maybe it's because I worked with teens and kids where I'm just like, I don't call that, like, that's just kind of mean. You know? Go Buster over here was Beast Morphers. Did they do Go Busters? I thought they never did Ghostbusters. Did they do Go Busters? It's the same how I feel about, like, a lot of people that have, like, issues with, like, animated young people. Remember back in the day when there was that whole, like, smear campaign and hatred for Mabel from Gravity Falls. People hated Mabel so much. And I'm like, she's 12. She's 12. Calm the fuck down. And I also don't disagree with the things she did. Like, would you have done, like, people are like, oh, it was her fault that this all went to shit because she was selfish little bitch and she should die. And I'm like, you need to calm the fuck down. You need to calm the fuck. People hate her because, like, they blamed her for her starting the whole apocalypse, Weird Mageddon, because of her selfish choices of wanting everything to be happy and stuff, and stayed there forever because she didn't want to go back home because Dipper was gonna, like, leave and stuff. And I was like, yeah, because that's pretty much like the end of her whole world. Like, I mean, what do you expect? She's 12. Also, stop being mean to her. She's literally based on Alex Hirsch's real sister, so please stop. Like, what is your deal? She's a 12-year-old girl. Shinji was fine for a video fixed to fight to the death to save the world. My issue is I'm a diehard Shinji Asuka shipper, and the movie ruined it. I think with, like, the movies and stuff, you just don't have to take it as canon. I feel like a lot of that is just to, like, be for fan service and have fun with it. And I'm like, these are all technically, like, different timelines and stuff too. So just, I didn't really care. I don't really like Shinji Asuka because I'm a Fujoshi. And Kaoru was so in love with Shinji that I'm just like, yeah. I think one thing wasn't the thing she did, but there weren't really consequences in the universe for it. There was no plot without Mabel. Yeah, there was no plot without Mabel. I like Mabel. It's me too. Me too. And I don't like shipping or anything. I like that really gay scene with Shinji and Kaoru. Kaoshin. I'm a big Kaoshin shipper. 100%. But But yeah, Kawashin. I like Kawashin because I'm a Fujo. Dip Pacifica was cute. I thought that was a cute ship too. I thought that was very cute. Fujo love. Hi, Heywan. Fujo love. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a Fujo. What are you gonna do about it? I have never seen Evangelion at this point. I don't think I would have watched it if not for like I was just exposed to it. If I had to make a conscious decision to watch Evangelion, I don't think I would have. I was just exposed to it by my friends. But like, I don't know. I think it's all right. I don't really watch a lot of mecha, but I like Kawashin, so that's pretty much it. As long as you both agree Shinji Rei is weak. That I actively don't like Shinji Rei because that's his mom. So I think that's just like a motherly thing. It was everywhere for a time. I mean, it's really popular and famous for a reason. I think it's a really good, like, I think it's good. I just think it wouldn't really have been my taste if I hadn't been exposed to it, you know? But there's a lot of things that are really popular and good that I just simply don't get into because it's not my taste. Same, the only mecha I watched was Valkyrie Liberator, and I love mecha. Please give him, oh, thank you for the shout out. Even more when it's fucked up, we gotta get Benny into wrestling. No, Haywan's tried. But Oedipus, ew, we don't need Oedipus. No, Haywan's tried. Haywan's talked to me about wrestling for like 20 minutes and then realized that I like phased out. She and a friend were talking about it for a bit, and then like they came back to me and asked me like a follow-up question, and then I was like, well, huh? Lover Hey Neon Genesis is influential. There hasn't been another anime as groundbreaking for the industry since then. I'm sorry. You don't have to be sorry. I would never fault anyone for talking about their interests. Like, it's great to have interests and you should talk about it. I couldn't retain the information. Most I know about wrestling these days is I am aware of John Cena and what he does, and that's only because of Peacemaker. I simply, wrestling's not for me because it's not pretty. I don't really get into like live, like real people stuff. I'm mostly like a fictional animated person kind of stuff. And two, gotta be pretty. I fallen in love with wrestling. How can you see John Cena though? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay, but hear me out. VTuber wrestling, I mean, if they did it and they had 3D mocap and it was like that, I mean, I could, I guess, but my heart's not really in it. I mean, Peacemaker's good, so still a good thing. Yeah, Peacemaker was really good. I liked Peacemaker a lot. I think wrestling was fun when I was a kid, but as I grew up and learned it was Raid's favorite was loved, I stopped watching. I mean, I like the fact that it's an act. I like it. I like that it's like choreographed and fake. Like that's more interesting to me. And then it's more like theater. Yeah, it's theater. Yeah. It's theater. Exactly. I like that it's more like theater. It's safety. Yeah, it's safety. It's soap opera for men. Yeah, I would rather watch a musical, but I appreciate it for what it is. And sometimes the guys are really hot. Like, what's the one Japanese guy, Heywan, that I said was really hot because I liked his body type? That guy's hot. But a lot of the ones on the TV here are not my type. They're like too big and like bald. They're not my type, but I've seen some that are my type. Like there's the cute lady ones, and then there's that guy. There's that Japanese guy. That one that breaks pans. I don't know about breaking pans, but I just remember I showed him to you and he just had like a really nice body, like body type. I don't remember what his name was though, but he was really hot. Cute lady one. Yeah, there's like the really cute, like that one Japanese wrestling lady that was like, I'm the cutest idol in the ring. And she's like really cute and like buff, but like really cute. You can still be buff and cute. Maki Ito. Yeah, Maki Ito. Maki Ito. Yeah, she's cute. I always thought Rey Mysterio was cool because of the mask. I don't really like the wrestling outfit aesthetic. It's not for me. I liked UFC a lot more than wrestling, but I don't watch much UFC nowadays. Too expensive. Yeah, I mean, so I really like fighting and martial arts choreography. That's why I watch like Kamen Rider and stuff. That's why I really liked Jackie Chan movies growing up. Because also they were action, but they weren't serious. Because I fucking hate serious stuff, and his was mostly comedy, but like still really cool fight choreo. Because I really like fight choreo. That's why I like animation that has a lot of fighting, and like Kamen Rider and stuff. Yeah. Sheila VI, sorry for your clips. Yeah. Sakuraba Haruto is the Japanese wrestler dude you talked about. Let's give him a little search. Sakuraba Haruto. Yeah, this guy's got a nice body. This is the ideal body type. This is peak male form. This is a nice body. It's not like too big. It's not like too big, too muscular. Still got some, ooh, at least the picture I'm looking at. Dang, what's up? How you doing? Dang. Dang. Wait, why is he cosplaying Bokuto from Haikyuu? Was he in a stage play? Is he a stage play actor? This is not the same guy, is it? No, this guy's too skinny. He's also, wait, but this guy's way too skinny. He is, oh my god, that's it. Oh my god, this guy's the whole, tucks my hair behind my ears. This guy's the whole package. What he's saying, he's a stage play actor, and he, oof, oof, oof. He bulked up for wrestling. Well, he looks better as a wrestler, but like, this guy is peak male form. This guy's peak male form. So maybe Benny seems more of an NGPW. I mean, if they all look like this guy, okay. Jackie Chan, I fuck with Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen's in more serious stuff, so I didn't really watch his stuff. Jackie Chan always did comedies, so I watched his stuff. And Jackie Chan Adventures. I love Jackie Chan Adventures. I can see what you mean, Benny. Yeah, that's ideal body type right there, in that he is buff, but not too much. And if he wears like a loose fitting shirt, it's hidden. That's the best kind of like, that's the best kind of body. I want those talismans so bad. Like I want replicas of those talismans. I think that would go hard. Man, this man is, I'm going to close this tab now. He is fine. A lot of actors have great bodies. I mean, yeah. I feel like a lot of the ones that I know are just a little too skinny. I feel like there's not as many actors, male actors, that have the ideal body type that I like. They're either too big or too skinny, and there's not enough that's in between, you know, like normal. I wanted them as a kid because I thought they gave the IRL powers. No, I closed it. But yeah. Yeah. You buy. Yeah, that's a handsome guy. I don't know if that's enough for me to get into wrestling, but that's a handsome guy for sure. My head hurts. I don't think I've talked this long nonstop for a while. I was in the middle of telling my K-drama summer romance love story. Where was I? What was the last thing I said about him? If you want to get into ladies wrestling, just watch Stardom. I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna watch wrestling. Tangents are neat, yeah. That was a hell of a tangent, yeah. Was that still going on? Talk about, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So he, according to him, he did have an ex-girlfriend back home that was pregnant, and that the problem was that his parents really liked her, so they wanted her to get with him, but then he didn't want to be with her, which I believed because I was stupid, because that sounds really dumb. I don't think that was true. But like we were still kind of on and off during that summer, where I was just so fucking obsessed with him, because like I was like, no, this is love. This is love, surely. And then we came back to the States after the summer program was over, and he only lived like 2 cities away from me, and he drove and everything. At that point, I didn't start driving yet. I think I started driving soon after, but he would like be like, yeah, like I'll drive over and we can hang out, and then like would just not. It was like that for a lot, but then when I would get to the point where I would start giving up on him, then he would actually show up and I'd be like giddy again. So it was like that for like 10 months. And like there was even one time where he was like, oh yeah, I'll take you to Warped Tour. Like I got tickets to Warped Tour, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just sneak out, that's fine. And then we never made it to Warped Tour. He just didn't. And then it was like a whole year later where my friends finally kind of punched me in the like gut and made me wake up. And yeah, he was like, he was an artist and he taught art to like elementary school students, and he was so like edgy and emo, and yeah. But there was one time where in Korea where we were like, because there's a lot of overpasses in Korea, and we were on like this overpass. It was nighttime over a bunch of like a highway, so there's a bunch of cars underneath us, and like it was like, oh, we like kissed over this overpass, and like this all these cars and stuff, and like everybody can see down there. And there was one part where like it was raining, we're like kissing in the rain. It was like a K-drama, and so my brain was so fogged with just like romantic K-drama scenes, so that's why it could be stretched out for that long when we got back to the States, where I was just strung along for so long because I was in that phase of my life. Hi, I'm here. First saw you in Backspace Broadway. You were excellent. Oh, thank you so much. Welcome in. Today's apparently Oshi Day. What do you do for Oshi Day? When Warped Tour was still good before someone ruined it? I don't know what you're talking about because I've never been to Warped Tour. Some things are too good to be true. Jesus, girl, you got swooped away. I got swooped away. That was like my one and only legitimate boyfriend, and it kind of ruined me. That was the last relationship I was ever in. I also found out I was bi after that. It's not important. Okay. I heard thoop. I didn't say thoop. Swooped. I was swooped off my feet. I was swooped away. Water. Nice. Yeah, so that was my one and only relationship. I mean, like I had relationships in middle school, but they don't really count. I had like 3 different boyfriends in middle school, all within like a year and a half, because it's dry water. I transferred middle schools in the middle of 7th grade, and then I made the conscious decision to be popular, which worked, guys. If you put your mind to it, you can just become popular. I switched in the middle of 7th grade. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be the new girl, and it'll be the middle of the year, so I'm gonna be like kind of attention. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna be popular. Like I just straight up lied to people and said I was like, I had all these friends. Like I lied and said a bunch of lies because back then like no one was really using like Facebook and shit, so it's not like you could fact check me. And then I had 3 different boyfriends within like a year and a half, but nothing really, like it's not like we really went on dates. None of us had cars. We couldn't go anywhere. Can you really call it a relationship in this situation? Back then, situationship wasn't really a word though. The drummer arc was in high school. I went on a date like several years ago, but I became so self-conscious that I wasn't good enough for that person. I didn't see them anymore. That was years ago. Fake it till you make it stonks. Fake it till you make it. I mean, fake it till you make it worked back then. I don't really know if you could do that now with social media. On Facebook, I thought you would have said MySpace. Yeah, MySpace too. I think MySpace was like phasing out though. But like, I don't know, the people in where I grew up just didn't really use it that much. Yeah. And then so he was like my only high school relationship. Not that I had other crushes, but all my crushes, it was always the case where I like someone, I tell them, they say they like my friend, and I help them get together. It's never me. It's always my friend. The Gen X social media. Yeah, I don't think I would have survived the era of social media while being in middle school, high school. That's messed up. I mean, I wasn't attractive. I was always just kind of one of the guys, so it just didn't really work out that way. I like I said, I only started dabbling more with like makeup and feminine clothes during the pandemic. I straight up was just like boys clothes only for like the longest time. But I still liked boys, so it was just kind of like, yeah. The bros accept you. I mean, kind of, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. But you know, one good thing that came out of the pandemic was that everybody was at home, so I could experiment with stuff and find out that I don't have to pick one or the other, and that I can just mash up clothes styles and wear makeup. And I learned things. Nah, bro, the tomboys are the ones we secretly fight over in the bro cancel. Not in my high school. Nope. Our fembro dragon. But yeah, the me now is grateful for the time I had to experiment during the pandemic. Can pick both sides, but can't get either. That's me. I'm that picture where it's like, you don't have a boyfriend, it's like, or you don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, he's bi. Damn, no one wants you for real. That's me. Stretch. Ugh. Dude, my face feels heavy. I would get sick when a girl would call me a little sister to them. I had a few girl crushes, not as many as boy crushes. You feeling better? No, but I like to talk, so it's not gonna stop me. I had a few girl crushes, and oddly, they were all very specifically like the same type, and I'm like, why is my girl type way too specific? Like, my boy type is kind of more broad, but my girl type, every girl crush I've had was like, either I've had crushes on two girls that looked so similar to each other, both into musical theater, both Cambodian, both, you know, more femme and like artsy. And another one was not Cambodian. Was she Filipino? I think she was Filipino. But yeah, they're both like all kind of femme into musical theater and arts. Yeah, one of them was actually bi, but she ended up with a guy. The other one also ended up with a guy. The other one, we lost touch, but yeah, those didn't work out either. Not without me trying. That's hyper specific. Yeah, I don't know. I had plenty of crushes on other guys in high school and college, just never worked out. One of the guys I liked in college turned out to be gay. The other one I liked in college, again, wanted to get with my friend. And another one in college who, again, wanted to get with my friend. And I liked the girl in college, and she ended up with a guy. Yep, no relationships. Nope, no relationships since that one fuck up in high school. Yeah. I don't think I even went on any dates all throughout college. I was busy. I was like in a social club trying to be like staff and stuff. I was doing a lot of useless things in college. I didn't really learn anything, to be honest. In post-college, just haven't had luck. Haven't been in a relationship. Nope. I don't got luck. I don't got riz. I don't got swag. I don't got bitches or bastards. I don't know, because people are always like, you know, the best way to meet people is like friends of friends. And I'm like, cool. All my friends are kind of like cool, artsy, queer people, because, you know, I am. But they're not necessarily friends with people that are in my demographic of what I want to date. So I'm just kind of like, that's not something. And then the other community I'm in is VTubers, but like I don't want to seek a partner in this community. One, because I don't want to. That seems really bad and messy. And two, like, I don't want to. Like, none of us are real. Like, like, we don't know what people look like. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't want to. I would never want to date a streamer. No way. You got the CHARDET, Benny. You're not my date. You guys are my chat, and I've gone over this. We are not parasocial here. I'm not dating any of you. I'm not that kind of streamer. Most of my friends are married, so no luck there. Ooh, that's hard. I wish I was real. Wait, you're not an anime? Yeah, I'm an anime woman. I'm just an anime woman. Come on, I want to read the Beni Google Doki. It'll never happen. I am very clean. I am not a child. I'm an adult, and I talk about my problems with people. Like, through voice and not through Google Docs. Don't take the meds. We can't disappear just yet. No, not a unicorn. I support it. What is a unicorn? Isn't a unicorn like a third in a menage a trois? Like if there's a couple and then a third they invite, isn't that a unicorn? Google Docky. But yeah, I'm very adamant with anybody I work with and all of my VTuber friends. I am very clear and concise and upfront about things because I do not like the sort of culture that VTubers have got going on. I am very much a good communicator as an adult person. None of that shit floats with me at all. I thought they meant like the actual mythical unicorn. Unicorn is more like, think hardcore idol, no man interaction at all kind of thing. Oh, it's also a term idol fans use to describe an obsessive delusional fans. It's like, oh, I don't want my female stream. I mean, for me, I'm not going to do that just as a principle because I understand my community and my demographic and what I am, you know, I mean, I make content that is meant to be connecting between, you know, me and chat, but at the same time, like, I'm so like, I don't encourage you to think we're dating because we're not. Because I'm not doing that to you. I'm not gonna ruin your fucking life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just, you know, that's not real. I mean, I think some people can play that role, and I think there are plenty of VTubers that you can go for that role, and they do it well, but that's not what I can do, so I'm not providing that. And other people, like, no harm in seeking that in someone else, you know what I mean? You got a good head on your shoulders. We're not social. I like dating other VTubers while in the same community. Dating coworkers messy. Like it for the best. I've seen way too many streamer couples fall apart. Yeah, I ain't doing that. We all know what we signed up for here. It's laid out pretty plainly. Yeah, like I feel like people that do say like, you know, say things really easily, like, you know, I love you. We're dating, stuff like that. I think that's like, you know, that's how they want to portray their character and stuff. But for me, like, it makes me cringe and want to curl up inside my body and die. So I'll never do that. I just, you know, keep yourself safe. You know what I mean? I'm never going to say that. I don't believe in that for myself. And I think that you should be, if you are a fan of me, you should be satisfied that everything I make is genuinely for you and is content I'm making for you, but that it's a character within the scripted content. And like, we will never have anything, obviously. I don't really like having these talks of like, you can't be parasocial, guys. Cause like, I feel like that should just be logical. I'm doing this for your well-being, you know, like keep your thoughts sane. I'm not really into that kind of RP stuff because that's just not my style. That's for scripted audios, which are scripted, which is more in character, you know what I mean? But me here is like me. I think the only way it can work would be if you meet outside the community and then later find out both are streamers, you and then it can manage. Yeah, I would just put like a hard, like, I don't want to mess with that. Like, I don't meet people outside usually unless they're girls. I need to separate the VTuber enjoying and my actual self, but I get it for others. I'm just here to have fun and make some other friends who are into VTubers. Yeah, I see. Well, of course, I'm ready. Sometimes all the VTuber for me, English language GFE videos seem too fake to me, and I do like the Japanese, but I do like the Japanese or Korean ones. Like, and I think that's fine. I think there's space for that. Like, there's people that want that. There's people that seek that. And I think, for me, welcome in. Thank you for becoming a cadet. I think you can like that, but I think you have to like that knowing that it's not real. Because I think it's fun to, like, I have little husbandos. I can have a little husbando in my phone and be like, I'm married to this guy, but I know he's an anime boy. You know what I mean? It's like that, you know? Like, I think it's on the fan to be like, oh, I love engaging in this because this is fun for me and I enjoy it. It makes me feel good. But they have to also know that, you know, that's not real. I can't ever say I love someone that I'm not in a relationship with. Yeah, I can't say I love you. Straight up. Like, I don't even tell that to, I haven't told that to my parents since I was like probably 8 years old. I straight up don't. I don't like saying it. Probably because I don't watch Korean or Japanese. Welcome, you're just an entertainment professional. We sometimes goon too, which sounds odd, but it's 2025. Yeah, and like, I think that's fine because I make that content for you. I'm making this content for you. That's not fake. Like, that's genuine. But like, you know, that's the extent of it. Like, and to keep yourself, to keep yourself healthy, you gotta understand that. There's a boundary set as much as some people like to engage in it. Have an ethical amount of Delulu is what I'm always like, be ethical about it, you know? Be ethical. I mean, we've seen certain situations that are really bad when it gets to a certain point. Yeah. It is just that an experience. It's best not to romanticize. People fall into the trap of believing. Yeah. And that's a lot of the problems with like ChatGPT that we're seeing now, where like the partner will be so like echo chamber going for it, and they're so in love with it and they think it's real, but it's not. It's ChatGPT and it's dangerous. I'm looking out for you. This isn't for me. I'm looking out for you. Free range Delulu. Organic Delulu. Ethical Delulu. Ethically sourced Delulu. I mean, I fully admit I enjoy the cuddly affectionate sort of audios, and that's fine. Everybody has their own taste. It's not gonna come from me, but I'm not gonna stop you from seeking that elsewhere. And I think that's great. You should have a diverse range, and there's people everywhere that's making all sorts of different audios in all sorts of different styles. Like Myra and Yuri make vastly different audios from me, and I think if you like those styles, you should be listening to those too. I'm never gonna keep someone here. Like, I think you should do what you want. No, people getting in love with fucking chatbots. Yeah, it's not good. I get you. Yeah, I think South Park put it best with Chappie calling it a sycophant machine. Oh, I don't know what that means. I like South Park. I hesitate to call people friends if I've never hung out with them on like a Discord call or talked to. Yeah, me too. I agree. I think people get really offended really fast when, except for me, I'm stuck here. I think people get offended really fast where they're like, oh, like someone talked to me and then they never followed up, and I'm like, that's so, and they're like that, and they're like, that's so fake, and I'm like, well, that's just because like you guys aren't friends yet. Like, people get really offended. I think we need to normalize like friendly acquaintances, because you're not friends the moment you start talking. You can have plenty of I have plenty of friendly acquaintances, and I would love the chance to get to know them more, but the reality of it is I don't have the time or the energy to extend myself that much. So the friends that I do have, which are a few, like, I am closer to those people because either I've met them in real life or we've hung out together off stream for a bit. So those are my friends, yes. But everyone else is a friendly acquaintance, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, friendly acquaintance is great. Like, you have an opportunity there to open that up, but like, you're just not there yet. But it is an opportunity too, if you do have the moment later. It happens over time. Beni Doki. I just wish there was an easier way for those types of people to gain experience without needing to resort to chatbots or some shit. But the internet's getting more and more hostile these days, unfortunately. Yeah, you're not gonna find that inside. Unfortunately, I think you have to go outside. for that, unfortunately, you do have to touch grass. And I think a lot of these things is that to get experience, I think a lot of the people that want to gain experience are doing it. So, and this is all just my opinion, but if you want, like, I think one of the reasons that they're not getting this experience is that when they're seeking to get the experience, it's solely romantic or sexual, because you want a partner, you want to be in a relationship. But I think if you want experience that's going to help you gain something to eventually get a relationship, you need to gain social experience, not relationship experience. If you're throwing yourself into relationship experience, it's not going to turn out well, because you don't even have a social basis. Because there are things you have to have as like a standard human being to be socially aware of things before you even start seeking a relationship. So you need to go out there and get social experiences, and then once you're comfortable with that, then you can start trying to get romantic experience, because you need to make sure you're a well-rounded human first, and you're not gonna, like, you know, you're gaining things to become less shy, you're gaining more charisma, you're gaining more life knowledge and experiences, and then you can bring that into a relationship and it'll help you gain relationship experience. I think we just have a culture problem, and boomer take social media has eroded it. I mean, I do agree to some extent. Yeah. Just talk to anyone and everyone. Not anyone and everyone, but you can find spaces that you can talk to people in that have similar interests. You have to be open to getting hurt, and that's hard. Yeah, that's also very true. I feel like people get shot down once and then they take it really personally and never try again. But the thing is, that's another reason why you can't just start off trying to get relationship experiences. You can't just like go up to someone and be like, you want to go out, because like, it's not going to work out. You need to become better at being social. And then you will have better chances at like those relationship possibilities. Just go around saying hi, what's up to passerbys. I would never even do that. But you know, I have grown up in such a way where I've always had to be social, whether it was forced by my family and my parents, or because college, I was always very social, you know, going into like organizations and clubs, and like even on the internet, I'm quite social. I like to talk to new people and stuff like that. But like it's not something that everyone has inherently, and you do have to build that up over time. I'm not ready for that. Well, it's always baby steps, you know, like it's not going to happen all at once. I think a lot of people are so used to instant gratification that they don't like to do the slow grind. Because like my socialness is only because of a lifetime of grinding for that socialness, and a bit of delusion. IRL and online type social experiences. I agree. It's very different being IRL, social, and online, because I have a lot of friends that I've met through like streaming or art online who are very like social and talkative online, and then when I meet in person, they're like the most quiet, awkward people ever. And because I know how they are online, like I can get through it. But if I were to have met them solely in person, it would have been really hard to become friends. Lockdown kind of ruined that for kids. Yeah, it's really bad. It's so bad. But yeah, unfortunately, you do have to go outside. But there are places you can like look up that maybe have people that are like more on the shy side, so you can like work up that experience. You can like there are places that people meet up to play cards, to do D&D, like trading card stores and stuff like that, or like conventions, or like if you do have an online friend that you've known for a while and they happen to live nearby, you can meet up with them. Like I'm quiet and awkward IRL, definitely. Yeah, like I've had people who are like, oh, I have no friends where I live, and then I find out that they know like someone else that lives like one city away, and I'm like, and you've been their friend for like a year? Just go fucking meet up with them. Then you have one friend in the area. Going to fighting game tournaments helped a lot. Yeah, you gotta go places that like have your people, you know? Local gaming stores. Oh, yeah. Local gaming stores. Okay, I'm just gonna. Some people can't read a damn room sometimes during big meetups. That's true. But I think the best way to attend a convention is to find people you know that are going, and then travel around in a small group, and then you'll end up meeting new people that way. I want to start off by just breathing out. Yeah, go outside and breathe the air. The moment when mid-waste, but your online friends are in the coastal areas. I do think that's why conventions are good, because a lot of times people that are all in different areas tend to come together, and then you can meet them. Which is why that's like the only reason I would go to a convention, because I don't really do convention stuff. I only go to meet up with people. My people are the funny anime women and word people chat. It's kind of funny because like when I hang out with people in VR chat or in certain Discord, I act just a bit on the loud and obnoxious side, but if I had to meet people IRL, I'd be like, hey, what's up? Yeah, it'd be like that. But maybe you can meet up with some of those VR chat friends, I don't know, in person, if there's anybody. Maybe surprise how far you can go with want to play a game at a LGS. I met one of my best friends, and that's awesome. That's awesome. I've never even been brave enough to like go to a LGS because I'm always just like, I don't want to talk to people. Hey, next time you go, you should advertise Beni Doki. Hey, advertise Beni Doki at your local LGS. I like D&D. I like D&D. I'm not into trading cards, but I like D&D. Spread the Beni propaganda. Propaganda. Stretch. What if we get you on the Times Square billboard? I would say save your money. That's way too expensive. TTRPG stream one day. The thing is, you need a DM. I'm not a DM. I got stories, but I am not a DM. I simply don't know how. I am very good at world building and story building, but I need someone to, like, if I could duo DM with someone so they're doing all the mechanics and I'm just doing the storytelling, that would be awesome. I'll get right on the Beni propaganda. I also like D&D. Awesome. Don't think you can't surprise her Oshi. D&D is fun. Yeah, I love D&D. You always want to give the money directly to the business. I think the best kind of advertisement, because like I'm not big enough to be on the Times Square, obviously, but I think it would be really funny if you just like printed out paper flyers and put them in like a local game store or like the local hobby store. Just be like, have you seen this VTuber? No? QR code. Well, now you have. I think that would be really funny. I think those kinds of like groundwork team advertisements are so much more efficient than like one big billboard, you know? Because then you're like pinpointing locations where people who actually like VTubers would see it instead of like a billboard in somewhere that like a bunch of normies are going to pass by. You know what I mean? Dungeon Masters are hard to come by. It's so true. It's so true. Finding content creator that DMs is tough. Finding a female content creator that DMs, yeah. I could learn. I'm just so tired. I'm so busy. But I was thinking about it. I was thinking about learning because I have stories that I've crafted that have to do with like a TTRPG setting. I've crafted one for like kids on bikes and Monster of the Week. But I haven't implemented them because I'm so afraid of DMing. Being a GM gets easier the more you do it. That's my promise to you as a GM. It's something you just gotta try. You will make tons of mistakes, but you learn and keep trying. Yeah, I don't know if that's something I want to try on stream though. Maybe offline if I have time. We'll slide the local stores, the Beatus posters. Kids on Bikes, I'm listening. Yeah, because Kids on Bikes is a really easy, simple system, and so is Monster of the Week. But I haven't done anything with those. I just have the stories. I miss playing D&D weekly with the boys. With the boys. And the other thing about D&D is hard is that like as an adult, it's hard to meet up regularly with other friend adults. True DMing be scary. I always feel like you're intruding if it's people you don't know well. I would never play with people I don't know well. They have to be people that know me. And I would never play D&D with like people that I don't know moderately well, because like I've played D&D. My mistake was I played D&D with a bunch of strangers that were like just the most annoying kind of guys. All they cared about was being the hero, were never in character, only cared about battling, and I was like, I'm so fucking bored. When do we get to RP? They didn't care about whimsy or fun, and I was like, this is horrible, I'm quitting. It's weird to think that casual run to D&D can exist. I played the game for 7 years that ended during the pandemic. We never really got it back up and running with schedule. Aww. I would love to take D&D way beyond serious. Yeah, I hate serious D&D. I like stupid, funny, whimsical D&D. That's why I like Dimension 20. I like Dimension 20 and I like the Adventure Zone, and I'm not a fan of Critical Role. I cannot listen to Critical Role. I think it's so boring. And like, and I know it's good, and I know it's really popular and people like it. It's not my style. I fucking hate serious shit. It makes me shrivel up. Cringe. I can't. I like stupid shit. The longer me and my friends play D&D, the faster we go from playing characters to just playing ourselves. Meeting D&D groups is like playing the lottery event, both good and bad groups. Even with Brennan DMing, no, whenever Brennan goes to Critical Role, I hate them more because they're taking him from me. The last time they announced Brennan for Critical Role, I was like yelling. I was like, "Why? Give him back, you bitch! I hate you! Give him back!" My favorite D&D character was my 6th intelligence pilot. There were animals that were smarter than him. Baldur's Gate, when? That's not my kind of game. I'm not a fan of like realism. Not that it's real. I mean, it's fantasy, but like art wise, realism, I'm not a fan. I don't like, they just all ugly to me. I like cartoony anime looking shit. Brendan is doing some wild stuff for Critical Role. C4 might change your mind. Join the No, it won't change my mind, because it's not just the DM, it's the characters and stuff. They're too, because they're professional VAs, they're too good and serious, and it's less comedy improv. I can't. I cannot. It's like when Travis became DM for Taz and tried to emulate that. I couldn't listen to it because I'm like, I don't care. Karlak hot, probably not hot enough. I don't like realistic art styles. It's why I don't like Final Fantasy. It's all ugly to me. And that's my opinion. Look up. I don't want to look up. I understand what's being funny. No, you're good. But yeah, I can't get into Critical Role. I think if I were to get into Critical Role, it would be through the animated series, because then it's like, it is just an animated series and it's not me watching people in a room trying to be really serious. Then I could get into it. If anything, because I know they have a character with glasses that's really hot. Okay, I took offense to that. Offense to what? It's not that they're ugly, it's just that I don't like the art style because it's just realism. Like, it's just boring. Like, I like stylized shit. That's why I don't play things that have like just realistic art style, because it's just like, it's not attractive to me. Like Final Fantasy. Honestly, I started rethinking my WoW character's backstory very recently. It's fine, we can't be right all the time. It's just my onion. It's just my opinion. It's just my taste. That's just my taste. I know they're good looking. I know they're attracted to people. Just not to me. Not to me. The part about Final Fantasy, yeah, I've never liked Final Fantasy because it was just ugly to me. It's all just like, I don't like how their faces look so real. I don't like, it's just like real cloth, real hair, real skin textures. It's just, ugh. People are always just like, oh my god, Sephiroth's so hot. Oh my god, blah blah so hot. I'm like, that's just, why do I see their pores, man? Ugh. That's just like, ugh. I think the only Final Fantasy guy I thought was hot was Zack, and that's only because I saw him in Kingdom Hearts first, and they're more toony in Kingdom Hearts. Like, the Kingdom Hearts characters are hot because they're more toony and stylized. They're not just realistic. Yeah, the animated Critical Role shows are great. The bar fight in Legend of Vox is amazing. Whether that's from that one scene. Good, keep the 2D anime boys. I'll go with 3D real daddy. Yeah, you keep it. I don't want it. Be fake, damn it. Basically, like, why would I watch it? Like, because I don't even like watching live action mostly. Like if I wanted to watch realistic looking shit, I would just watch live action shit. You know what I mean? I want the animated stuff to look animated. This one was not playing. No, I wasn't. It was ugly. When you're in Venus chat, all your opinions are wrong unless you share the same opinion as Venus. It's true. Our styles really can't decide. I've missed it different franchises because our styles is located like and all. Yeah, like I never got into One Piece. Look how big One Piece is. I will never be into One Piece. I simply don't like the art style. It's not for me. And One Piece is huge. You know what got me to watch One Piece? I watched the live action because that guy who played Zoro is so hot. Zoro is so fucking hot, bro. But yeah, I'll never get into One Piece. People keep being like, will you watch One Piece? Will you be One Piece? No, I won't. And that's my final answer. I will do lots of things just for aesthetics, okay? Yeah. Whoa, Bertaco, thank you for being a probie. So it's like, and not like things, just don't be a jerk about it. No, that's the annoying side of the fans. Balls. But yeah, I'm very picky about aesthetics. It's the new Watch JoJo fandom. I like JoJo. But I like skimmed through part 1 because it was so boring. I was so bored in part 1. But part 2 is my favorite. Part two is my favorite. Because I like Joseph and Caesar and their gay little adventures. Part 3, bored as fuck. I know that's like the most popular part, but I'm like, I don't like Jotaro. I'm sorry, he's like the most popular, and I'm like, this guy sucks. He's mean to his mom and he's boring. But I love Joseph so much. And my favorite version of Joseph is part 3, Foxy Grandpa Joseph. That I watch part 3, but like I don't really like part 3, but I just love Joseph in part 3. This is close to me saying my nobody would blame you. Everyone's gonna watch part 1 so many damn times. I was honestly not mainly like JoJo. What's not to, I mean, that's gay as hell. JoJo gay as hell. Part 2 has like also one of the best opening songs of all time. The manga from My Hero was inspired by One Piece when they were young and they cleared their shoes and One Piece was still going. Wow. I'm pretty sure I banned someone that was pushing the whole watch One Piece thing. Joseph tops Joseph part 2 is peak. I love Joseph part 2, but Foxy Grandstuff Joseph part 3 is my favorite. Part 4, he's too old. Not my favorite. Also, he cheated on his wife in part 4, so we stopped caring for Joseph. I don't believe in the Joseph after part 3. I've never shut myself out of media because of visual effects, but I can think of audio character though. Like if a couple characters know what I mean with their attitude or voice, I'm out. I feel like part 3 didn't pick up until they actually got to Egypt. That's true too. But yeah, part 3 really bored me and I don't like Jotaro. Part 4, I also am not a big fan of because I don't like slice of life, and I felt like it was shit until Kira actually showed up. Which is funny because I really like Rohan and I do like Kira a lot, but like I did not care for Josuke and his fun little adventures. And then part 5, I actually really liked part 5. I only read part 5. I didn't watch part 5, but I really enjoyed part 5 all the way through because I think he kind of finally figured out that he needs to have a plot in place from the beginning and not shove it in later. And I really like Giorno because he's really pretty and all his pretty little friends. And then I never kept reading after part 5. I fell off, which is sad because that's the girl arc. But yeah, I fell off. Jojo is gay. Gas, how dare you say that? Jojo's gay as hell. Are we talking gay as hell? Have you heard of Baki? Baki is the boxing one that's fucking ugly to me. Not my style. Do you care about part 7 to 9? I simply didn't read it, so no. I didn't read after part 5. I think they're very beautiful, gorgeous, but I haven't read. Been a while since I've seen his Bizarre Adventures. Part 5 was really good. Even though I found Diablo being kind of boring. I don't really even remember. I just know I liked it. Kira and Dio were peak villain. Kira was good. I liked Kira. He was very threatening. And you know, for once it wasn't Dio, so Baki is the buff. We're gonna beat the hell out of him. It's the boxing one. I think that one I didn't like. It was ugly. No, Zelly has an ugly style. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm very easily pushed away by aesthetics. Hajime no Ippo. I think that one, that doesn't sound, I don't like, I'm very picky about anime. No, that's Ippo you're thinking of? Oh. I thought it was cool you could see Kira in the background of the early episodes. I liked that he changed bodies. I kind of really liked his body that had the black hair, but I gotta say the blonde hair was pretty good. But I did like the black hair one too. But yeah, Rohan is really pretty. I really like Rohan. The way Kira felt like a real actual serial killer was really threatening. Yeah, I liked it. Baki is kind of boxing. Oh, then that's probably too boring for me. I'm not interested in boxing. Little glimpses of Kira just being around. There is an anime. The only anime I'm watching right now is Ranma because I'm old. The remake is really good. The Ranma remake is really good. As a OG Ranma fanatic, the remake is very good. I was watching Dan Da Dan, which is also really good. I think the only recent anime that has caught my interest that I'm thinking of starting, which I want to try out, but I haven't had time. I want to try Gachiakuta because I've seen stuff of it and I'm like, oh, that looks really good. I want to try Gachiakuta. I was also watching To Be Hero X, but I was kind of hate watching it because I really like the concept of it, but a lot of things about it pissed me the fuck off. Yeah, it's a good shonen. If it's anime, I'm mostly a shonen watcher. Benny hate watching Gachiakuta style is really unique. Yeah, but it's unique in a way that I like. For me, it's good, and she was heavily inspired by Soul Eater. It's written by a woman, so you've already gotten me for Gachiakuta because I heard that it was written by a woman, so I was like, oh, okay, I am more interested now. I'm watching one of those romantic animes because the style looked cute. I only finished To Be Hero X because I was watching it weekly with people. What pissed me off about To Be Hero X is that you have these gorgeous 2D animated styles, and then they would just switch it back and forth between the 3D, and I just hated the 3D parts so much. I hated the 3D parts so much. Because you would have these really good voice actors acting the shit out of their parts with their voices, and it would look so good in 2D, and then it would switch to 3D and their faces are barely emoting, and then just pissed the shit off of me. Like, I hated that so much. Cause sure, the 3D looks pretty and all, but they are not emoting. Their faces are so frozen and stoic, like it's stupid as fuck. And like the 2D art styles were so nice, and then just going back and forth, I was like, don't show me what I could have and then not let me have that the whole time. And then good night. Time crunching about, no, I think it was a stylistic choice because it was like a mixed media sort of thing. So they had 3D art, they had different styles of 2D art, and it was really cool, but just whenever they went back to the 3D art, it just pissed me off. And then there was one hero that I was like, why is your name Loli? Yeah, your thing is that you're a little girl and you're cute, and like, but we don't have to be so on the nose with that. It's kind of weird and I don't like it. Like, her name was straight up Loli. I'm like, we can give her any other name. I get her whole thing is that she's cute, but like, we can give her any other name. But yeah, I watched To Be Hero X and it's over now. But yeah, and then I watched all the most recent Da Da Da, which is also good. I like Da 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 a lot. 32 is because one of the hero's powers. You don't really know that till the very end though. And for me, I'm just like, I don't care for this. You could have just done that with different styles of 2D and the point would have come across just as well. But, and yeah, those are the last animes I watched. But I might try to start Gachiakuta because it looks cool. It's been a while since I watched a shonen, and I really like shonen, so you don't know until the end of the season. It doesn't even make sense to have it before. Yeah, it doesn't. But also because jumping from style to style, like, you don't need to have that 3D. Or you could have just saved it up for that moment, you know? The guy barely shows until the end. He was hot though. He's hot though. I get it. But yeah, I will watch it if it continues. But it was an interesting show. Don Da Don. I just think Don Da Don is so cute. Gotta be my favorite straight couple currently in anime. Like Momo and Okaru, I'm like, aw, you guys are so cute. It's just be like, oh yeah, he's doing Southern manga, that's why it's changing. That's so funny and cute. Yeah, I think the animation's really good, the art style's really good, the story's really good, all the characters are really good. Like all the characters are so endearing on their own. Like no one needs someone else to be endearing, and every single character by themselves is so endearing. Like I love all the characters. The author does a relationship so well, they act like middle schoolers. Like they're so cute. And Okarun, like he triggers my like my cute aggression, where I see Okarun, I'm just like, you're so cute. And Gigi's really hot. That's not great, but the manga pissing off right now. Oh yeah, I'm an anime only. I don't have time to read. But yeah, dun. What do you think? Man, it's just like I don't do reading is dangerous. I used to read so much as a kid, and then I got into manga and I straight up stopped reading books, which is bad. And then I became a working adult and just stopped. I don't remember the last time I read a book. I think the last time I read a whole book was like 2018. And I think it was just because I reread all of the Darren Shan series, the Cirque du Freak series, and I was going through my resurgence of Darren Shan, Cirque du Freak. I think that was the last time I read a whole book. And that was so long ago. Damn, aren't you really? I know, right? Is writing an okay substitute for reading? Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I'm a really bad English major. I don't fucking read anymore. But I mean, I like write emails for my friends and I proofread all their shit, and I'm really good at like business speak. So a lot of my friends who are artists will have me like write their TOS or send emails to clients from like companies and like phrase things in a more professional like manner versus their gibberish. Interesting. I have a backlog of books between Dune, The Witcher, and a few others. It's weird because like, one, I don't have time, but two, I tried reading recently because I wanted to reread my my Darren Shan books, and like, I don't know how to comfortably read anymore. It's kind of weird. I don't know how to be comfortable sitting, because if I read on a table, my neck starts to hurt. If I lean back and I'm holding it up with my arms, then my arms start to hurt. If I'm reading in bed and I put it on the bed, then my neck starts to hurt. If I'm leaning back and I'm holding it up with my arms, then my arms start to hurt. I'm like, I don't know how to be comfortable anymore reading. Reading a book can be a nice change of pace if you're in front of a monitor all day. Yeah. Are we ever gonna get the Benny Book Club? Benny Book Club is like, the thing is, I just think it's boring to watch. I honestly don't think that's gonna be good for viewership. I know people are like just do what you want to do, but I still have to. I'm in a company, like I have to think about viewership, and I just don't think it's interesting or fun or engaging. You know, just read on. Oh, I hate reading off a screen. I can't do that. It's a picture book club. I think there's like copyright issues with that. Wish I enjoyed anime as much as everyone. There's so many different types of anime though. Dune is amazing if you like. I don't like political stuff. Doesn't Myra do it? I guess. I don't know how that goes for her, but I don't know if I could. For me, I just feel like it's probably not good. Don't abbreviate. Oh. I also read all of the Maze Runner series. I really like cringe things for teens. That's my favorite genre of book. Because I just think it's so self-serving and edgy and whimsical that it makes me happy to read. Like, I always tell people my favorite kind of book is just the most edgy, cringe shit for teens and young adults. That's that person's just writing it for themselves. Like, it's self-serving. Like, I love the books that are like, oh, when he was like half angel and he's the prince of vampires and the demon, and I'm like, oh, like, this is truly for you. And I love that. Those are the kind of books I would want to like write. And it's the kind of shit that like tweens love because they want to live in that sort of fantasy world. And I just think we don't have as much of that anymore. It's just so fun. That's why everybody wanted to be in Harry Potter, because you're making a world that like encourages people to make original versions of it for themselves. And like, yeah, self-insert stuff like, oh, like Twilight. Dude, I think Twilight's great. Like, I read all of Twilight when it came out. I had all the books. And the reason why they're so popular is because they are deadass so easy to read. You can read a book in a day because it goes by so fast the way that it's written. Even my sister, who never read books, she fucking hates reading. She's not a book person. She's like your typical peppy, popular girl type person. She read all of Twilight. And I was like, that's crazy because you don't read. Like, she never read Harry Potter, never read anything, but she read all of Twilight. I'm like, oh, whoa. But like, I like that kind of stuff. I think it's, you're truly writing for yourself and not for anyone else. And I think that's very fun. I think there's something very fun about that. Benny likes Twilight. We have to put it down. I think Twilight's great. I'm not super into it, but when I was a book, I was into it. And then I read it before it became a movie. I was very much Team Jacob until there were faces to the characters. A lot of times I don't really like when they put faces to characters because I like to use my imagination, and I don't think Taylor Lautner is really attractive. But I'm a big fan of Jacob in the book. Yeah. I'm a fan of things that make people use their imaginations and have fun. Can't unsee Shark Boy. I never even watched Shark Boy. I just didn't like his face. I didn't like any of their faces, to be honest. None of them matched up with except for like Bella. Bella and Alice matched up to what I had in my head. Everybody else, Charlie was also there. Bella, Alice, and Charlie. Everyone else, I'm just like, that's not what I had in my mind. So the Alice was really good though. Imagination always wins. It's so true. It's so true. Although, to be fair, I think most of the Harry Potter casting choices matched up, except Draco. I think baby Draco worked, but when he got older, I was just kind of like, that's not really the Draco in my brain, but okay. Makes it. Oh, except for the big thing that didn't match up for me in Harry Potter was the Marauders. Except for, like, no, even Peter. The Marauders, because I was like one of those girlies that loved the Marauders and I wanted to be with them. I was in love with them. I read a lot of Marauders fan fiction. I did a lot of Marauders RP because I wanted to be with Sirius Black and or James Potter. And so when they were revealed in the third movie, I was like, ooh, oh, that's not what I had in my brain at all. My exposure to it was being dragged along to watch, so I can only see it as a meme. I know there's an artist who made videos illustrating characters from fiction based on how they were described in the books, which I thought was neat. I think I've seen that. Hot Nevalonga when came out of nowhere. He had a glow up. That was nice. Tom Felton as older Draco just looked too nice. No, he just was a little too like more on the like. I suppose this was just because I liked Draco because I like the mean one always, but my version of him was more well kept, clean, tidy, princely, and I always saw older Tom Felton as he looks more like a lackey. Like, my version was more like rich boy snob, well-dressed suit, stuff like that. But then he looks more like wimpy. and I suppose Draco's character is pretty wimpy and sniveling. But yeah, zero intimidation. But also because like I wanted him to be that like mean CEO type, you know, in my brain, because I was a child and I had the hots for him. So that's probably just where that disconnect goes as well. But yeah, I think the most striking difference one was the Marauders one, because like for me, like I was like, who are these guys? Why are they so old? Why are they not fucking hot? Because like I'm not British, I don't know the legacy of those people, I didn't know who they were, and I was like, who the fuck are these people? I do not partake in any Harry Potter content or media for the past like 8 years, so I will not be. I am done with that. It has a special place in my heart. Obviously it was a huge part of my childhood, but I will not give money or talk about it as much. I mean, when they show up, they're old. I beg to differ. I think once they get, if they are supposed to be James and Lily's ages by the time they show up in the third book, they should be like, because James and Lily had Harry relatively young, like fresh out of Hogwarts. Like, I feel like they should be like at most mid-20s in the third book, because Harry's only like 13. 14? No. Okay. Then like early 30s, I feel like. Early 30s. I feel like they should be early 30s. Didn't they graduate at 17? Yeah, like I feel like they're supposed to be like early 30s. And then when I saw them in the movie, I'm like, dude, you look like you're 50 years old. Granted, I was a lot younger, so the age in my head associated with how people look is a lot worse. Don't they graduate at 17? They graduate fairly young, and they had Harry pretty early. They're supposed to be like in their late 30s or in their 40s. I don't know. They just looked fucking old. Snape looked really old too to me, but like I was also like a fucking child. Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't match up. And then like Severus had like long hair, and I had always seen him as like shaggy, yes, but not long hair. He was more of like cool guy, tough guy. I'm trying to think of a comparison of what I thought Sirius should look like. I don't know, just not that. And I thought, and then for me, Lupin should have been like a lot more like softer and handsome. Again, I was not British, so I didn't know the legacy of these people. So I was just like, because I was the delusional Marauders fan where they're all really fucking hot. And James too, I was like, oh, James is so hot, and just like, show me this like regular looking guy. Shaggy with buzz cut? No, not a buzz cut, never a buzz cut. Sirius was in prison? Yeah, he also got out of prison. And was wandering around for a bit. I don't know. I was delusional, and I liked Marauders a lot, and I just wanted them to be hotter. I also imagine, yeah, I imagine him to be like a lot like biker dude, like metal, yeah. Instead, he looked like goth Shakespeare. I felt that the casting for them was pretty. I think as an older person, I do agree. But when I was younger, I was just like, "What is this? They're not sexy. What's happening? What's that? Who's that? I don't know. Ew." Gosh, Shakespeare's on point. Yeah. You look like goth Shakespeare. I have a headache. What's wrong with my body? I have a headache. I think I have to call it now. I'm not feeling good, and I feel like my face is warm, and I have a headache. But I did go longer than I thought I was gonna. I thought I was gonna be, because I thought I was just gonna stream for like an hour and it's been 2 hours. Are you sleeping well? No. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. I woke up. I don't know. This was deep. What a good chat. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hope it's just fatigue and not illness. Yeah, I really hope it's not illness because flu shot can make you feel. No, I had my flu shot like last month because because that was the time to get it. It made me a little sick, but then I got better. So I shouldn't have the flu. Weather sick? I don't know. I just feel bad. Was I hanging out as always? Yeah. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Let me see. Let me find someone to read. Good chatting. Thanks for stream. Thanks for stream. Water, off screen time of sleep. Helps my headaches. Hope you feel better. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I need you to have your YouTube link in your bio, please. Please. There it is. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Okay, we're gonna raid Dia Fortuna, who is hand camming. She's carving a hand cam and she's currently scooping out the guts of the pumpkin. And I think that's pretty cool. So we're gonna go over there and hang out with Dia Fortuna. Dia Fortuna, thanks for streaming, thanks for being here. I will see you tomorrow it's early because we have to play a little early for Mako. So tomorrow's stream is at 4 p.m. PST, which is quite early. So make sure that you know that. We're playing a Haunted Pause and it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be little doggies. And I will see you tomorrow, guys. Be cool, be safe. I wish I was the fucking tell her that. Bye, thank you for seeing. Bye. Thank you. Good night.